How do? Villordsutch here, and today I'm playing the 10 best ZX Spectrum games that you have to play. Now, albeit there's 10 here, and it's a top 10, they are not ranked from best to worst. They are all as great as each other. So, go and play them now. Do it! Number 1 is Manic Miner. Now, I could have gone with Jet Set Willy because everybody loves Jet Set Willy, and if you don't love Jet Set Willy, there's either something wrong with you or you don't actually like Jet Set Willy. Now, I've gone with Manic Miner for two reasons. One, it's easier than Jet Set Willy, and two, I like it better. The reason why I like it better is one, well, I said before, it's easier than Jet Set Willy, and two, it's easier than Jet Set Willy. That's not the only reasons. It's bright, it's colourful, you don't have to go between different levels like you do in Jet Set Willy to complete the game. Every level is independent from each other, so each screen is a level. You go on, you collect the pieces, you do what you've got to do, and then you leave. It's easy to work. It's easy to work out, you know what you're doing, you collect the flashing items, you get off. It's not an easy game, don't get me wrong, but it's enjoyable. Whereas Jet Set Willy can frustrate you, as you've got to work out what you've got to do, and you've got to go to set screens, la la la. This isn't. Manic Miner is completely different. Load up Manic Miner today. Number 2 is School Days. I think this is better than Back to School, mainly because it's easier. A lot of people would disagree. You play Eric, and your job is to get your report card from the headmaster's safe. To do this, you need to first knock over the teachers with your catapult, and then fire the catapult at them again to get the shields. Very tricky, I agree. This came out in 1984 from David and Helen Reedy. Graphics were done by Keith Warrington, and it spawned Class of 99, and it's also spawning another remake on mobile devices made by the Involution team, and Alternative Software are also going to release it too. So I am looking forward to see what they do with that. Also, if you do get bored with trying to knock over teachers and get your mates into trouble, you can always write on blackboards. You could always write rude words, like I always like to, or you could change the name of the teachers to the swines that ruin your lives every day. At number 3, it's Jetpack from Ultimate Play the Game from Tim and Chris Stamper. This is the first one out of the 3 Jetman series, and I consider it the best one because not only is this out on a 16K spectrum, so it packs a more punch in a tiny little space, but it's the easiest one to pick up. Your Jetman in Jetpack, you have to build your rocket, get the fuel, pick up the little objects to aim yourself some points. Then the rocket takes off, and then it's rinse and repeat. It's fast, it's simple, there's no fuss, it's very colourful, and it's very, very easy to play. It's one of the first games I think I actually saw on my mate's ZX Spectrum, other than Jet Set Willy, which was really the first game I saw on the Spectrum. One of the games I actually enjoyed on the ZX Spectrum, and it stayed with me as one of my staple games to play on the ZX Spectrum. Jetpack is quite frankly brilliant. At number 4, it's Commando. Now, this came out in 1985 from Elite Systems Limited. It was a Capcom arcade conversion initially. However, it came out on the ZX Spectrum on 48K and 128K. 128K is recommended. Now, these days, people would call this type of shoot 'em up a dual stick shooter. It's not. It's a single stick shooter. It's a Kempston joystick shooter. Ha! Now, this was also called Space Invasion. Don't know why though. Now you go from bottom to top, shooting bastards as they come down. You have grenades and you have your machine gun, and that's all you need. Go from the bottom to top, shoot people, rescue captives as you see them running by, and just unleash hell. That's all you have to do. Shoot. It's fantastic. It's rock solid, it's simple, and you don't need to know any more than that, except you're the good guy and they're the bad guys. That is all you need to know. There's no complications, there's no psychological childhood trauma, there's no difficulties, there's no real backstory. You just need to shoot and unleash hell on the baddies. Job done. Number 5. Let's go, Mr. Driver. It's Chase HQ from Ocean Software. Now, Chase HQ came out in 1989. It was a conversion from the Taito Corporation arcade game, and it was an excellent conversion at that. You play Crockett and Tubbs. No, what am I saying? You play Lando and Han Solo. No, I'm saying it again. You play two of the employees of Chase HQ. I can't remember the name, and it doesn't matter. It's Crockett and Tubbs. Your job is to A, catch up to the baddies in this racing car game, and then B, once you've caught the baddies, ram them off the road within 60 seconds. This is 2 great games in one. 1, driving, 2, smashing. Fantastic. It looks brilliant, it's extra fast, and it's just fantastic. Ocean did an excellent conversion of this arcade, and everybody should be playing it. If not now, later. So go and get ready to load it up, because you should play it today. Next up at number 6 is Target Renegade. Now this came out in 1988 from Imagine Software and was a sequel to Renegade, which was good. And Target Renegade is fantastic. However, the sequel to Target Renegade, Renegade 3, is dire. And you could find that in my worst games over at Flickering Myth. This is fantastic, however, and follows closely to another game, Double Dragon, in which you play 2 brothers. You can pick up weapons, fight loads of people, knee people in the bollocks, etc, etc, etc. In this, however, Target Renegade far surpasses Double Dragon on the ZX Spectrum. Never play Double Dragon on the ZX Spectrum because that's dire. However, Target Renegade is brilliant and is considered to be one of the best games on the ZX Spectrum. It was never, however, an arcade game, unlike Renegade, which was. Isn't that strange? But Target Renegade is brilliant, and everybody should have played it. If you've not played it, seek it out, load it up, play it, and love it, because you will, unlike Double Dragon. Next up is Starquake. Now this one, I will admit, is a new one to me. I only played it the other week. However, it instantly won my praises. This was made by Stephen J. Crow for Bubble Bus Software. I know, the name of it is upsetting. For Bubble Bus Software back in 1985. Now, Stephen J. Crow has carried on making software and made games for like Earthworm Jim and World of Warcraft Burning Crusade. He's carried on. And he's made some excellent games. But Starquake is the game we're looking at right now, and this game is sheer brilliant. It's got numerous levels in it, flip screen levels. The main aim of this game is that you've got to stabilize a planet which is going to blow up the entire universe. Huge flip screens going on here, numerous platforms to go on. You make your own platforms to go up higher and higher. There's little zippy, whatever you would call it, buggies that go all over the place. It's fantastic. It really is. Starquake should be played now. Number 8 is Nebulus from John Phillips. Alright. Now, when John Phillips showed Nebulus off to critics and players alike, people were astounded, and quite rightly people were astounded, because of the scrolling of this tower. People didn't know what was going on. The Spectrum wasn't supposed to do this. The Spectrum wasn't supposed to do this at all. And this just wasn't for showing off. Not at all. There is a game behind this. And with all Houston games, this game doesn't forgive you if you make a mistake. Nebulus is, quite frankly, brilliant. And John Phillips, quite frankly, is a wizard. Because playing this will not only drive you to distraction as you fall down the tower with seconds to go and you don't destroy the tower, it will also give you such a sense of satisfaction when you do walk through the final door and it blows up and you go, I've done it. Nebulus is brilliant. It really is an excellent game. Another Houston classic. Up next, a real classic shooter. From Electric Dreams, here's R-Type. Though anybody that's ever seen R-Type would have instantly spotted this. Another arcade conversion? Yes, it is. From IREM. I hope I said that right. IREM Corporation. This came out in 1988, delivered from Electric Dreams Software, as I said, and it is one of the most soul-destroying yet satisfying games in the world. When you progress beyond a level on R-Type, you feel such a sense of satisfaction, especially when you don't cheat. Especially when you don't cheat. When you get beyond the devastating Armada ship, which is littered in guns, you feel, I did that without cheating. This game is brilliant. You wouldn't believe that this is on the spectrum with the colours. It really is a thing of sheer beauty. You really need to load this up. At number 10, and it's not because it's the worst, if anything, this is quite frankly brilliant, it's Batty. Came out in 1987 as a Your Sinclair cover tape. It was made by Mark Crane. It was made by Elite Systems as well, so that's 2 Elite games on one list. This is one of the games I install on any emulator I get, and if it doesn't play Batty properly, I uninstall the emulator. It's one of my favourite games. One of my daughter's favourite games too. This game was overshadowed by Arkanoid, and in truth, Arkanoid should have been overshadowed by Batty, because it's fantastic. Unfortunately, Mark Crane didn't make any other Spectrum games after this, and he should have, because it's brilliant. Batty is, as you can see, just Breakout. All it is Breakout. However, it's far more than just Breakout. The levels look fantastic. The power-ups look brilliant. It moves fantastic as well. It's an excellent game. It's brilliant. Everybody should play Batty. Well, I hope you enjoyed that list of top 10 games that you should really play on the ZX Spectrum. Again, that wasn't in any order. You could mix those all up if you wanted to. If you really wanted to. All those games are great, and there's many more great games out there. I didn't miss them out on purpose. As a matter of fact, I left them out just so you can go and find them. So, TTFN, ta-ta for now, and cheerio. Bye-bye.